And the next section of our show is the movie review section.
Yes.
Now, it's going to be a bit of a one-sided review, and by a bit, I mean completely, because I was out of town on a family death, and I did not get a chance to see M3GAN.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to go tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll see.
That'd be funny if you just do that and then stitch in, like, your own review.
That would be funny. But I'm going to try to go tomorrow. Yeah. I will see it before we see Plane. I'm fucking getting tickets to Plane. I don't care what anyone else in the group thinks. I'm getting tickets to that. It's going to just be me and you. You know, as soon as everyone looks at their phone and sees what it is, they're just going to go, fuck no. Like,
we're going to the Tam Honks movie.
Yeah. And just to make it that much more inconvenient, I'll do it at Altamont. Like just, you know.
Just to make it wild.
Yes. But anyway, M3GAN movie review. Nick saw it. I haven't seen it yet. Nicholas, without spoiling it for me, give us your thoughts on M3GAN.
I will keep it vague by appealing to the masses, but also talking generally to you. So what I will actually do, which I think might be a nice start to it, is I will read this Letterboxd review that I saw that I thought was really good at encompassing my thoughts on the film.
If you read your Letterboxd
mostly because it was my Letterboxd review of it. Guys, I'm writing Letterboxd reviews for every 2023 movie I see, so follow my Letterboxd if you're interested. It's in the description below.
He did not approve that plug ahead of time. I just want you guys to know.
And I don't need to.
Doesn't.
Well, they've also been in the description for the last 8 videos.
I know.
All right. While never quite fully reaching the horror campiness it sets out to achieve, M3GAN does offer a few, albeit basic, thrills, a number of entertaining kills, absolutely wild needle drops, and a solid new addition to the horror character pantheon. While I found myself missing James Wan's direction and visual flair, I was most disappointed by the creative team mostly playing it safe, especially given the big swings taken in the team's previous work, *Malignant*. Now let's talk about these thoughts here.
First of all, can I just say, well done.
Oh, why, thank you. I left out the part where I just said Gabriel v. Malignant, or Gabriel v. M3GAN.
Yes, that would be great.
I was very excited for this movie because obviously because
of who we are as people.
The audience knows, and you and I specifically know about each other. *Malignant* is a movie that you and I both agree fucking rules.
Yes.
Whether we're in the minority or not is neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So when I hear that the creative team is coming to make a new movie, M3GAN, about a killer doll, naturally I get excited. And the thing that upsets me most, I think, about this is I didn't feel the big creative swings that *Malignant* took. I think *Malignant* took a lot of risks in terms of batshit crazy storytelling, whereas I think M3GAN was, at its very core, just a killer doll movie.
Okay.
And there's a lot of interesting storylines dealing with, from the trailers, what you see is this aunt, takes her daughter and she doesn't know how to be a parent. So she happens to work for this company, has this android, and is like, well, what a coinkadink. I have an android that needs a pairing, and I have a niece who needs someone.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I think that upset me the most is all of the stuff that was in the trailer is in the movie, and those are the highlights of it.
Okay.
And not a frame is cut.
Gotcha.
If that makes, what you see in the trailer is what's in the movie, and it's like, okay, was this just kind of baiting me into that? And I think part of it is my expectation of wanting the batshit craziness offered by the trailer, that perhaps upon a rewatch I might appreciate the storytelling more there, knowing what I'm getting now. But I think regardless, the character of M3GAN is rad and hysterical and creepy and funny and everything you wanted her to be. And therefore, I think she's great. What, again, shocked me most was they have a PG-13 rating, right? You have a guy who hasn't really directed much. So comparing that to James Wan's direction, I think adds a lot between the two. But I think the screenplay is solid from the same screenplay. Akilah Cooper, I believe her name is.
From *Malignant*, yeah.
From *Malignant*, and I can't remember another. *Fear House*, something like that. *Kill House*, another horror movie that was very good that I want to see based off her writing.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it just kind of fell flat to me, and it's kind of sad to see because it seemed odd that they put this batshit crazy R-rated movie on HBO Max. and then we get the PG. Like, it almost seems like it should have been flipped, where like M3GAN came out first, and you're like, okay, I see how we got to Malignant's crazy, like weirdness. Like that seems like a logical step. This felt like a downgrade.
Okay. Question for you.
Yes.
Because I saw an interview with the director where they say it was shot for an R rating and they made it PG-13. Would an R rating on this movie improve its craziness? And improve what it was kind of going for?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I think that it would have... I don't think it would have added anything to the story and the craziness. I think it would have enhanced my entertainment value of it.
Okay.
Because it was already kind of for me. But then you see a cool kill and you're like, cool, but you cut away. Whereas if I see like the full kill, maybe I would have been like, ooh, all right, that's neat, And I think that was kind of the balance of it.
Did you happen to count how many chairs get thrown?
0.
1, I have a hard time believing it, I gotta say. 2, how disappointing.
Very, very sad indeed. But it's fine. I think I'm most sad about... I'm not sad about its success because James Wan, Blumhouse, Akilah Cooper, I'm so happy for that success. I'm saddened by the success because that means that Meg Foreign will most likely happen, which I'm not opposed to at all because I know that studios are very receptive to critiques that they've had, and I've seen reviews online that have been very in line with some of the elements I've been saying. So I think they will work out those bugs, and maybe we will get something unhinged that better services the character of M3GAN for how cool she is.
Gotcha.
But man, if Malignant had come into theatricals, we'd be talking about a Malignant 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what hurts most.
Yeah. Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it was entertaining enough. I was kind of disappointed by it, and I don't think it lived up to the potential of what it could have been.
Gotcha.
I gave it on, if we're going to go off the Letterboxd 5-star system, I gave it 2.5.
Is it a recommend? It's right in the middle.
It's right in the middle. Could I do a recommend at home?
Sure.
Recommend at home if you want to watch a horror movie, and it's not even a horror movie. That's the thing, It's kind of like it's like a thriller with some kill, like it has some comedy in it. Some land, some don't.
Question.
Yeah.
Does the 94% Rotten Tomatoes critic score surprise you?
Very much so.
Okay.
I was very shocked by that.
I watched this movie and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was fucking awesome.
And it very well could be.
Yeah.
But I am curious because it's from the same team that did Malignant, which you and I are both fans of. So I am curious if you'll react the same way as I did to it, or if you're fully on board.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is solid. There's not really much out right now until like Ant-Man comes out, unless you're really excited for Plane or The Man Called Otto. It is an entertaining time. There are some fun things. It's like a tight, I think, hour 45. It is entertaining, but not. I think I was just disappointed by it.
Gotcha.
Because I could see potential with it.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, that concludes the movie review section of our show.